The chaos has begun. It's freezing. The best way I try to explain this to people, you really have to follow the Nikola Tesla model, okay? And if you want to know the secrets of the universe, you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And when we're like picking up two frequencies, and you can't make sense of it all. So it's like you are picking up the old age, the new age, and just like if you were driving in the car, because we constantly move forward, but we still pick up frequencies as you're driving in the car, and you're picking up one station and then the next station, and it's all jumbled together and nothing's making sense. That's what we're living in right now. That's what we're living in right now. So there is a lot of chaos, and it's not going to stop. It's going to continue, and we have to move forward with our everyday lives. We're alive. We're here. We're experiencing it. What are we going to do? We're just going to stop living? I had this conversation with my friend Christian in the gym. Him and his wife watched the channel. How you doing? And we're having a conversation, and people, there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening the last couple of days, and some people are saying one thing, and some in fear, and some people are saying another thing. And he's saying, like, what are we supposed to do? Just stop living? And I looked at him and I said, we just got to keep going. You're getting this message today. This is a message of empowerment, as always. You're going to have to keep going because it's not going to stop. Sometimes I say, when is it going to stop? It's really wild. And all of these energies, sometimes where we say, oh, it's just energy, it's just a solar flare, it's just a Schumann resonance burst. I know a lot of people are familiar to these things and some people aren't. It's happening. And these energies, right, this frequency that we're tuned into, or multiple frequencies that are affecting us, it's going to play a role in our everyday lives. So there's a lot of things that are happening right now, and we're going to be explaining them. We're going to be talking about, remember, the micro and the macro. So we're going to be talking about maybe the stuff we're feeling in our bodies and stuff that's happening around the world right now. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the Ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And if you enjoy today's message, could you kindly hit the like button, hit that subscribe button? It's a great support. This is a grassroots movement. I'm very grateful for all of you. So we have one, say, if we're focused, a lot of people know where America goes, the world goes, and so we see half the country. We're a global channel, right? So half of the United States, one side is roasting, there's fire, the other side is freezing, and none of it makes sense. So right now we have San Diego fires, multiple brush fires started yesterday. Acres were burning, and it just was reported that 2 buildings were damaged, and hopefully nothing more than that. And this, I have a question too. The name, it is named Friars Fire. So, I'm from the East Coast, and I've studied hurricanes, and I know they always named, I have a question, I'm asking the audience this. We study hurricanes, we name hurricanes so that, we could go back in time. Like if we hear Hurricane Sandy, we know Hurricane Katrina. I didn't know they named fires. So if anyone could comment in the comment section. Okay, so this fire is named Friars Fire. So I didn't know that they named fires on the West Coast. Is this a thing? I don't know it. Okay, but I thought that was interesting that they say that they named fire. I also started to see, I don't know if this one has a name, they started to give names to winter storms. So on the East Coast, south, really. We have a winter storm. Texas had a ton of snow. Ronnie sent me pictures from Texas. Texas in snow. Florida in snow. This is a time period, okay? And if you haven't seen, if you want to know what to expect in 2025, you could check out the video that I posted, okay? I will pin that video so you guys can watch it if you didn't see it. And these are things that are not what we normally do. We get snow in Florida? Do we normally get this stuff? I know it can happen, right? But we're seeing unprecedented things. Yes, Frank, I have a picture on the thumbnail as well. Okay, so there's snow, and there are things that, again, think of the chaotic frequencies. Think about 2 radio stations. Think about all that static. So we're going through a period of time, and the solar flash is providing us this energy, the energy of chaos, which is necessary for change. And I know change is not comfortable. Over the past few years, I went through a lot of change, but that change was a refinement. I was refined by the Holy Spirit fire. There are literal fires right now. There is literal chaos. There's snow in Florida right now. It's like Blizzard Beach, right? This is the way of the world. These are the changes. So when we look at the world, we look at the whole picture. That's something that we all can look at. We are seeing fires. We're seeing snow in places where it's not supposed to or doesn't normally snow. All right? Expect the unexpected moving forward. It's not going to be, ready? It's not going to be a straight line, but natural things are, curves and swerves. I like curves. Do you like curves? Right? No, that's natural. It's not straight lines. Your true ascension process, it's going to be curvy, baby. We're curving all the way up. That's nature. That's nature. And we're witnessing changes in nature, trying to bring back the natural order. But that's why you have to have these great shakings. That's why we have to have these great, massive events that have been occurring. It's funny. Sometimes I get people, that nothing has happened. I said, nothing has happened. Listen, some people, they are, and it's really not their fault. They've just been bombarded by all this stuff. They're desensitized by social media and a lot of other things. Nothing's happened. Are you paying attention? It's the currency. Hello? Hi. Are you paying attention? Nothing has happened. We love the everyday life people on this channel. And that's what, we make this relatable because a lot of people, you might be on your journey, you might be awake and aware to things that are going on. You have people, lashing out. Listen, we have to move forward, and I'm gonna discuss that last. I have more to talk about that, and the other major thing before we get into that is the ascension symptoms that I have been feeling. Maybe you have been feeling these things as well. And just like we're seeing this in the world, our bodies are going through this as well. So, if you're live, you hit the stars or the targets in the chat if what I'm saying resonates. So yesterday, not only does it feel like my my spinal column is being compressed. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like pressure within your spine like never before? And it's always there, and it gets very agitating. It's very agitating. So I actually I took 2 naps. I've been discussing this occurrence has been happening. A lot of people are experiencing this in the middle of the day. You just pass right out. This happened twice yesterday for me. So I took a nap in the afternoon, and then I continued the rest of my day. In the house is not much going on, okay? And then I usually don't fall asleep around, it was like before 8 o'clock at night. Fell asleep, and then I woke up, had a conversation with my sister, and then, just, set up the work for the next day, and then finally actually went to bed. And a lot of people are experiencing this too, when you, in the middle of the day, you just pass it. It's actually a deeper sleep. Like, you might fall asleep for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And please leave comments, because a lot of people are experiencing this, and it's great for the community to know that this happens. You go to sleep for like maybe 20, 25 minutes, and it's a deeper sleep than when you sleep like the entire night. You wake up and you almost feel like your body is numb. How many people have experienced that? You could comment that down below. Feeling the body aches, feeling the compression, okay? This is not true ascension. We talk about true ascension. You have to realize, okay? And if you didn't see either one of these videos with the involving the solar flash and the spine recalibration and the nervous system reset, they're on the channel page, okay? You could go to that. I'm not gonna, this could be a 3-hour video. Should we make this a 3-hour video today? No, it's not a glamorous thing. I got my blankie on the floor. My blankie's on the floor. I'm laying down. I'm trying to stretch my back. This is what's really going on. There's nothing glamorous about this shift that we're all going through. Maybe a lot of you are experiencing this as well, right? I literally, sometimes the floor is better. Nice solid floor. Lay on the floor. Try to stretch your legs. I go one way, go the other way. I try to grab onto the coffee table, try to really, try to maybe pop the back a little bit more and swing your legs over from one side to the next. This is for warriors. You never, I went into Ascension, spirituality. I thought it was unicorns and rainbows when it was actually for warriors. Oh, warriors. It's time to come out and play now. It's not easy to go through this, seriously, though. It's not. Mary just writes, stretching on the floor as well. Okay, how many people are having to go to these extremes right now? It's very, and again, some people will, maybe they experience these things. These are pains, these are feelings that you've never had before. Some people can't relate to what you're going through. And sometimes you have to, go into that isolation, sit in quiet, your nervous system. A lot of people are learning this. And remember this, you might have, ready? You might have gone through trauma yourself in the past few years, but how you doing? The person that's tuned into this, you might be a person that's doing the work for the collective. You are taking on the collective's trauma. What a disgrace the past few years have been, but it's much needed for the evolution of our society. Okay, I did a full video on this on Patreon. We really dove into this. If anyone wants to check it out, the link is in the description. But it really, the things that I went through, it makes us better. It helps us evolve. That's why God allowed these things to happen, this intensity to happen, the onslaught that we all had to go through, the refinement, the threshing floor. Were you on the threshing floor? Was humanity on the threshing floor? And we're still on the threshing floor. And I'm literally on the floor stretching. Here I am, I'm on the threshing floor, God. I'm trying to stretch my back on the floor. This is what it is. And so the best thing that I can share, which is going to segue us into the last point, very important, because a lot of people in the world, they're lost right now. A lot of people don't have no clue what's really going on. Do you know it? Oh, I know what's really going on. But did you work on your clairs? Did you work on your intuition? Hello? Did you do these things? Or are you just regurgitating what you saw on the internet? Oh, I saw it on the internet. It's got to be real. Please hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth. Because more and more people are going, and just, all I do is have everyday life conversations and talking to my friend Christian in the gym, You know, he's probably watching this. So what are we going to do? Start taking ownership of your everyday life. This is the future. This is evolution. And if you don't get with it, one day after the solar flash, you're going to wake up dazed and confused, and you're going to realize that evolution has passed you by. Last the test of time. Ascension is an inside job. The solar flash is an inside job. You are a soul. You're carrying the soul, the sun, the light of Christ. And each and every one of us are scattered around the world. Some of you resonate with light workers, right? And you say, there's no one like me, or hardly anyone like me in my area, because you are holding the light in that particular area. This is not woo-woo stuff. This is literally happening. You hold the frequency. Rune Sage, thank you so much for the support. Friars Road runs through Mission Valley and Fashion Valley in San Diego. The fires are named based on the location of the origination. Love you, brother. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. You know, so that's actually what we're seeing. A lot of things happen. We could see things even, you know, I mean, look at this, look at the world the last couple of days. The way of the republic, if you will. And a lot of people didn't know these things. So as we're all learning, what is the event? It's the expansion of consciousness. So now we're expanding consciousness, and this is how it actually plays out. That's why these events are happening nonstop. You learn through firsthand experience. You learn from your everyday life. Oh yeah. Our everyday lives are our greatest teacher. The truth cannot be told, no. It can only be realized. We have to realize these things for ourselves. It is the only way that you will truthfully learn. You can't give your power away to false idols, whether they're on the TV, or maybe certain people that are placed on social media places. This is an inside job. It will never change. A lot of people say things, oh, this is the date, this is the this, this is the that. But there are immutable truths that we talk about on this channel, yeah. And it will always be an inside job. It will never change. It will never change. 20 years from now when I'm teaching this, it will never change. You gotta go inside. Don't go out there. Don't go down there. It's dark, okay? Bugs Bunny taught us this as well. Don't go down there. It's dark, right? No, this is you gotta go inside. Yeah, you gotta go inside. Don't go out there. Over the course of our journey, we do go out into the world. We go out, we learn, we interact with people, then we bring it back inside, and then we hash it out. And we go directly to the source. We go directly to the source. Do you go directly to the source? We are learning this, okay? I'm gonna give you, we'll do it live on the air. Please hit the like button so others will hear this message. A lot of people, they went, you know, outside of themselves, maybe to hear the word of God. You will hear the word of God when you sit in quiet. Who are the people that you're listening to? You know, there was a big uproar yesterday. There was a mass, right? A prayer service, whatever. And there was a big uproar yesterday, and people were complaining about it. So what the heck's going on? You're going to have to realize something right now, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to have to ask yourself this question. Instead of going with labels, this is also never going to change. This is never going to change. Instead of going with labels, you're going to have to come to a realization that anything right now can be compromised. Are you up? These things are playing out so you wake up. These things are playing out so you stop going to the false matrix and go back to God. Smash the like button if that's the truth. Give it a little smashy smash. I appreciate that. This is a grassroots movement, and it happens through the people. The more you give the smashy smash, it helps. T-Knock, I appreciate that. Our Everyday Lives community is building momentum. For those new, God awaits your efforts. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Very grateful. Very grateful. You have to stop giving your power away. You don't have to do anything, okay? You do what you're called to do. But you on your journey, I talk to the person that's actually tuned in right now, paying attention. It's the currency of the universe. Give me Ascension in 30 seconds. Give it to me in a short. It's taking too long. You ever see these people out there? I see them mostly on Facebook because they just want to scroll. Are you scrolling? Ask yourself the question right now. Are you scrolling or are you rolling? On a daily basis, I'm rolling. Some people scrolling, yeah, let me look at the Instagram model, right? Let me see the Taylor Swift clip. Let me see these. Hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth. And these are the people that want to preach and pontificate to you. Nah, son, this is about everyday life. People, when you heard the meek shall inherit the earth, it didn't mean that you were weak, son. Nah, it meant everyday life people are inheriting the earth. You see them all the time. I see them all the time. They look like clowns to me. You can get the clown emoji going in the chat. You are this, right? They're in their mom's basement. They have the where you will know them by their fruits, light warriors. You will know them by their fruits. It doesn't change. What have you done? Are you building society? Or are you spending your day in your mother's basement trying to tear other people down? That's the truth. I drop truth bombs on this channel. So if you love the truth, you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate that. No, this is the true ascension journey, baby. They're in their mom's basement. There they are. What have you done? It's so wild. And you want to know about spiritual cognitive dissonance? It's on the channel. It's in 1 minute. 1 minute, you understand it. There's a lot of dissonance out there. People are saying things, but they ain't practicing what they preach. Practice what you preach, son. Absolutely. JD Grimm writes, beta boys in the basement. Get out of the basement, kid. Get out of the basement, right? Rise up. Rise up. Some people don't want to be empowered. Some people don't want to take ownership of their own ascension. That's okay. It is what it is. The chat is blowing up right now. Uncle Mike speaks the truth here. I'm so grateful if you will hit the like button right now. We'll hit another milestone while we're live on the air. Please remember, if you're watching on the replay, this is a live stream. I read all the comments. I read all the things that are said, okay? No, this is a live stream. Do you like live stream? You like when I'm out in nature? What do you like? What do you like? I try to provide for the people. But I also listen to God, and I go with the energy themes. There's a lot of things that are happening in the world. And you know, one of the things I share, I take the pulse of society. This month, a lot of you knew this was coming. We have to feel the pulse of society. You don't get that. You don't get that living off the grid. A lot of you know about the ultra spiritual people that are out there? Are they out there? Right? You live off the grid. You're here for your family. You're here for your brothers and sisters. Stay connected to your family. This has been it's in the mind of separation over the past few years. People are more separate than ever before. There is the loneliness epidemic is a real thing. If you want a full video on the loneliness epidemic, let me know in the comments, and we will do one this week. A lot of people are going through that because there is a dissonance. Things aren't, I'm here to save the world. You're here to save the world? I'm here to save the world. What are you going to do? I'm going to live off grid, disconnected from society. Okay, you go do that. I'm going to sit here with the people. How's that? See, what I'm trying to teach you the dissonance that happens in the conscious communities. Okay? And listen, you might not like what I have to say. That's okay. You're entitled to that. But I got to show up every day. I got to live in truth. I got to speak the truth. And when the truth is spoken, that's when change actually happens. Otherwise, we're just repeating the same subconscious program over and over and over and over and over and over. Yeah. That's what goes on. The great people that have changed the world, and I've studied this, and I live my everyday life that way. They were all gaslit. They all came up against these obstacles. Look at Nikola Tesla. Look at what happened to Nikola Tesla. Remember Tesla? And that technology should be released for the good of humanity. John Trump had the papers of Nikola Tesla. Let's release them to the people. Let's release that technology to the people. Because as a whole, maybe we will see that this year. What do you think? Maybe we could start working more efficiently. You know, a lot of you, so give us a everyday life example, Uncle Mike. Well, a lot of you take for granted your Wi-Fi in your home. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Tesla. And that's only a small fraction. What else? What else can we have? Think about how much your life has changed just from Wi-Fi. You don't have to trust anyone, Most High. You just got to trust yourself. This is the conversation I had with my friend Christian in the gym. There's a big differentiation happening. I don't care about anyone. I care about God, myself, and I move forward. And if you can't do that, you will be lost. You will be lost. How many levels, how many layers can you go through? You always have to put a question mark on something. How many layers can you go? How deep can you go? I like to go deep. Yeah? I like to go deep. It's a true story. Surface level, secondary level, right? How many levels deep can you go? There's so many people that are on the surface level. If you're new to the channel, okay, again, please hit that subscribe button and you go to the channel page. There is matrix, and then there's secondary matrix. And a lot of people are starting to wake up to this. Do you know there's a secondary matrix? And where are we going to find it, Uncle Mike? Okay? You're going to find it in the conscious communities. You're going to find it from the ultra spiritual narcissists that are out there. Do you see them? There's a secondary matrix. I didn't stutter. How many people realize this? You could hit the Holy Spirit fire in the chat if I'm speaking the truth, because the solar flash is going to flash it away, baby. Light will last the test of time. I love you all too. Oh, the chat's heating up right now. We need some, it's cold. Too cold for my blood. It's too cold. It's cold, right? That's what they do. A lot of people are realizing this. It reminds me, there's another video I have to do. I do a video, daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Could you kindly hit the subscribe button if you're being... There's so much for me to do. I could literally do 2 videos a day if I had the energy and if there was no suppression. Could you imagine a world where there was no suppression of the algorithms anymore? Let's imagine this world, and let's start it today. Let's start it today. There's so much work for me to do. I'm ready to do the work. And this is what I sat alone on the beach with God. I hatched it out with God. I said, these are my limitations. These are my boundaries. And when they are all met, then I work nonstop. But each and every one of us, we're still living within a human body. There's only so much we can do. So you have to create this with God. You have to co-create with God. Are the co-creators here in the chat? Are the observers observing in the chat? Are you observing? There's people out there sent by God. If you've never seen my video, True Love, God Will Send Strangers. You might be getting this message. You say, you know what? Yeah, I had total strangers that did more for me than people that proclaim they love me. They love me. But total strangers did more for you. Is that the truth? Shannon writes truth, right? We all kind of go through this. Again, it's not always going to be the same, but we all go through this very powerful journey. It's a similar energy theme that we go. It's not going to be exactly the same. Maybe you're a man, maybe you're a woman. So take these concepts. Remember, I'm always presenting from everyday life, my experiences. So you have to take it and that's why we go to the energy theme. Look for these things. Learn the law of 80-20, because there are constants that are happening most of the time, but then there's outliers. Law of 80-20, Pareto's principle, full video on the channel page. It doesn't change. You might be getting this message. Do you know the laws of the universe? Do you know the universal law of free will? Oh, free will, baby. God is watching. And then free will is going to be used to undo. It's really wild. It's really wild when you start to put all these pieces together. Start to realize right now that there's people out on the internet that don't know anything. Everyone should have a voice. This is the game of life. I'm gonna lay it all down for you right now. Observe everything. Know that there are two, I like to say it's beyond two timelines, but there are two general directions. And it's so close, light warriors. Are you going to go to positive way, or are you going to go to negative way? It's your choice. It ain't my choice. It's not some of these false idols choices that you see out there. It's your choice. It's your choice. And I know the times, anytime that I didn't listen to my gut, made a little mistakey. I made a little mistakey. Solar flash. Solar plexus chakra. How's your gut, son? How's your gut? You're listening to your gut? Oh, baby. What's up, Corinne? Some people are here since the beginning. They're always sorting. Not everyone is coming with you. Not everyone is authentic. And you're going to be surprised who is who. This is the truth. Don't have expectations. Don't go with labels. Democrat, Republican. A lot of you see these things. Don't go with labels right now. You will be lost. Labels are part of the matrix. Labels are part of duality. I go with the energy. Dr. Bruce Lipton says, go with the energy behind the words. Language was designed to hide feelings. I go with energy. I don't go with words. I don't go with people. I go with spirits. It's not about flesh and blood. A lot of you are realizing it's about principalities. It's about systems that are falling, system failure, and we are taking over. Yeah. There are good people in high places, but you listen to the words. That people are so out of balance right now. You can't worship anyone, even if they are a good person. Me on my journey, I don't care if there are 10, I don't care if this becomes a YouTube Ruby Award. Maybe we'll have the Rubies. Maybe we'll be the biggest YouTube channel in the world. I don't want anyone to work. I'd rather sit alone on the beach, okay? Just be real and do the work and do the right thing. Don't worship anyone. It's the truth. Look, is there a Ruby emoji? We have to think big right now because we're in this energy. Could we get the Rubies? Could we get the support? Could we get the energy going out there right now? Could you imagine the Rubies? The Ruby Reds, baby. Oh, the golds, the platinums, the rubies. I think the ruby is the biggest one. Yeah, the rubies. Ruby Reds, baby. Get the rubies. I think that's the biggest one. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Lisa Patterson writes, it's coming. Could you imagine? No, but it's you have to there it is. Mary got it. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. So yeah, so you're gonna have to at this point you're gonna have to think and create just go for the biggest, and if you fall short, you still made it. These are everyday life concepts to apply right now in these energies. Apply them now. Right? It's not an ascend for me time period. It's a take out a notebook. It's a start doing things. Right? And you could do these things. You could, I'm reading the chat. You could get these things. You could support people in high places right now, but don't worship them. Are you understanding? So my job, ready? If you're new to the channel, my job, this is how you hatch it out with God. And it's going to be basic. And I have to restore balance and alignment. You could support things. You could do things. You could support people in high places, but you can't worship them. There's a difference. Corinne, thank you so much, Corinne. It's a celebration, Corinne. We are celebrating like never before. We're celebrating the songs, the love, the family. It's really about family. It's really, and it's funny too, because you're going to see people and they could be a stranger one day, or you don't know them that well, but it just feels like family to you. So this is the time period right now. We have fires in San Diego. We have snow in Florida. And a lot of people are feeling changes in their body. Are you up? Are you alert? Do you realize that this reality is about to change and it will never be the same again? This is the now moment. This is the year. Okay, there'll be a video down below. You could check it if you want to know what to expect this year. You just go to the energy theme. That's a powerful message for everyone to listen to, break it down to a fine powder, and take ownership of your everyday life. Stop waiting to be saved. We can get assistance. We can, but the people keep saying, why is this taking so long? Because you have to learn. You have to learn that you have to take ownership of your life. I know, Harley Ray. I saw it. Ronnie sent me the pictures in Texas. The snow in Texas, the snow in Florida. New Orleans, I think so too, right? It's wild. It's wild what's going on. You see palm trees with snow everywhere. It's wild, right? So it's true. It's true. So I love each and every one of you. This is a grassroots movement. I'm so grateful for all of you. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. The links are in the description. You could follow along on all of the platforms. I'm grateful for the support. The greatest support of all is clicking the like button, clicking the subscribe button, become a channel member if you'd like. You could get one of my sister's shirts. Her Etsy store is in the description. And let's just be everyday life people that set a standard that are lighthouses for the next wave of people. Disconnect from the matrix and start building your life today. I appreciate that, Lisa. Thank you so much. She did a good job, right? She did a great job. Wow. So many beautiful people. Thank you, Carla. Beautiful, beautiful comments coming in. I love you all. Now you got to be the example. You have to be the example. And I will keep going every single day. It is not an easy thing to do. But you have to go through that storm. You have to go through the wilderness. You have to do these things. You have to do it. And then you are the onslaught. And everything changes. I love you all. Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. Follow along. Take the journey. Build the family. Build the kingdom. We're building the kingdom. That's what we're doing. We're building the kingdom. And don't tolerate nonsense from people on the internet. Do you know about the internet? Don't listen. This is how you have to be right now. You have to be strong. Look at the lions. Lion strong, right? All right. I love you all. Keep going, kid.